Hey guys, so this video is mostly for Kathryn, but Nana, I think you can use it too if you wanted to. Krista, I have absolutely no idea if you can, but if you can hear it in the background, the music is 100% just for you. Okay, so I wanted to make a video to show Kathryn how to French braid, maybe 2 videos, we'll see. So to start off, I took a shower. Crazy, right? Washed my hair. My hair is still mostly wet. It's dried a little bit because I've tried this like 10 times. But I did put some hairspray in it. It's just basically to make it tacky and sticky so that it can work together and it will hold a little bit better. We'll use more hairspray later. It'll be great. So now I've got my hair parted like I usually would, but I don't have the back parted like I might want for pigtail French braids. So I'm going to attempt to pause the video, not end the video, and part my hair, and then we'll come back and we'll do some French braiding and it's going to be great. Okay, bye guys. Or I guess not bye because I'm still here and I'm going to be coming back. So hang tight. Okay, so I now have my hair parted into 2 pigtail sides. If you're trying to do just one French braid, clearly skip this step. And also, I don't really know how to do that, so I don't know if the rest of this video will help you. But now to secure 1/2 of the side so that I don't use that hair. All right. Now, guys, you've seen my parts before. They're terrible, and I don't expect this one to be much better. So, heads up. Hopefully you can do a better one than me, I guess. So, we're going to start on the other side of the head because it's the one side I know how I want to angle my French braid, and it works out much better typically. So, this is going to be a little bit hard because I'm bent over all funny so I can get into the camera. But you'll want to take kind of the front section of your hair, depending on how thick you want your French braid to start out. That determines how much hair you pull back. I like a little bit of a thinner pull or start, so I pull back less hair. But I like my hair to typically go this way down my head. So kind of at the angle there. If my hair were still different colors, you could see this. If you wanted to do your hair going kind of more straight back, you might take some of this section off, maybe gather a little bit from here and angle it more that way to start. This way you're pulling all the hair in at the direction that you want. It makes complete sense, but it's a little bit difficult, which is why this side of my head is always a struggle. So let's get back to my front section. And if I kind of stand up a little bit and you guys just get like straight boob shot, I'm really sorry. I've got my bathing suit on because I'm going to sit by the pool later. Okay. Now, when I do my French braid, I don't use a comb. I guess that you could if you want to, but I can't really show you how to do that if you did want to do that. So I've got my section here that I'm going to start with. I'm going to then, of course, divide it into 3 equal sections, just like if I were braiding. Got that there. Now, French braiding is just basically braiding, but backwards or upside down. I'm not really sure. So when you braid regularly, you're pulling everything over top, right? So one strand over, one strand over, next strand over, next strand over. I like this little dance. So when you French braid, you're going to be doing everything underneath, underneath, underneath. Not as much fun of a dance. And pulling in hair as you go each time. So take the first section and you start, I like to start with this section here as my first one. Couldn't tell you why or how much of a difference it makes, but I'm gonna put it under, so it's underneath the centerpiece now. My outside long piece is gonna come underneath the middle piece and become my new middle piece. So this is really difficult to do at an angle, but we'll get it done, at least part of it, and we'll see. So next, you're just gonna kind of follow that process as you go down your head. Again, depending on how thick you want your French braid, it's gonna determine how much hair you pick up. So, you know, I don't necessarily do mine really thick from the beginning, but if you did, you just pick up more hair when you add it to these strands. So I am going to pick up a smaller section of hair here. And I use my hands a lot to kind of balance and separate things, so if you need to, don't worry. I'm going to match it to the outside strand. And I like to just kind of pull those together so that I know that they're one strand. And then I'm gonna kind of hold this middle one and do the same thing for the outside one. When you get started, it's a little bit easier with the outside one because you can just lay it down and you're not losing a ton of strands. Let's see. This is my outside, and we will pull in this section of hair here. So I got that there. So then we just do it again. Underneath and pull over. It's now the middle one, outside one. At the top of my head comes underneath and becomes the middle one. So I'm not gonna like make you guys sit here and watch me do this all the way back down the back of my head because it will take a little while and I can't be bent over like this to do it forever. It's really painful. Okay, not really painful, but equally as uncomfortable as having my arm like this for as long as it takes me to do this. Okay, so I'm gonna pause. When I come back, we'll either be done with this French braid or towards the end of it, depending on how well I can really hold on to it. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so when you're doing this, it's okay if what you're grabbing for hair on the top piece doesn't necessarily match what you're grabbing on the bottom piece in thickness. All of your hair is going to end up in there at the end anyway. The most important part as you're going through this is that you're keeping cleaner strands and there isn't hair kind of going every which direction. So that's also part of the reason I put the hairspray in my hair, because it helps hold that. Okay, if you have short hair like mine, when you get to the end, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Kathryn, you should be fine because you can just kind of continue the braid after you hit the bottom of your skull down as far as you want with your regular braid, or just tie it off at the bottom of your skull. But, so I am, no idea if you can see this, at the end of my hair's widths here. I only got a little bit to pull in, and then we will tie it off, because I don't have enough hair to go any further. So let's see. We got. Oh, so question. Margaritaville came on this country cookout mix, Is that really a country song? I didn't think so, but I mean, you guys are the country experts, so I, default to your opinions and what you have to say. So it's difficult to, as you imagine, get tiny pieces of hair to braid together. Lay down, Dodger. And hair tie. And for me, my goal is to tie the hair tie at the base of my skull. So one thing that I didn't do that I usually do, but I was so excited talking to you guys like this, is I usually spray some more hairspray in my hair once it's separated to help with that like stickiness a little bit more. And I don't know if you can really see it, I have a couple like flyaways in the back where my hair is short and it couldn't continue on, and so it just helps kind of hold that down. So I'll probably do that on this side, and we'll hit it all with some hairspray at the end. Well, we won't, because I'm going to end the video after this because that's going to take a while, and I want to test the time-lapse feature and see how that works for this side. So you guys will get 2 videos, which is really exciting, right? Okay, so I need to go check to make sure Dodger's in his bed, and then I will send you guys another video of this side without me talking, and it's going to be fantastic. But here's side 1. I will take a picture and send to you guys in addition to these videos once I'm done, because I know you guys love seeing my lovely face so much, right?